Girl, you're looking fine tonight.
My parents met in 7th grade language arts class, where Dad always sat behind Mom and would often pass her notes or rub her shoulders. They liked each other from the beginning. 8th grade would see them in and out of a relationship, but always hanging out and the best of friends. A happy coincidence brought them to an agreement to attend sophomore homecoming together as friends, but each of them ended up that night knowing that they were much more. A week later, on Mom's 15th birthday, both now single, they share a kiss when Dad came to Mom's house early to help her prepare for the party, and they celebrated that day as their anniversary for 5 years before marrying in 1997. Through several moves of homes, animals, a couple kids, and one major career change, they have remained the best of friends, and they say they're more in love now than ever. This year, on Mom's birthday, it will have been 31 years since that kiss. And today, we celebrate 25 years since they said I do. Please join me in a silent blessing of their renewed commitment to each other as they come forward to share their vows.
25 years ago, I thought I knew everything. And I was just a kid standing in front of the man who just made everything make sense. We said to love and honor and cherish, and I had no idea that that meant the kind of unconditional love that it meant. We said for better or for worse, and we tested that. We said for richer or for poorer, and we've been all over that. And we said till death do us part, and I didn't think that in the blink of an eye we'd be this far into that commitment. It's amazing. My world would never work without you. You make everything in my life make sense. You keep me sane. You keep me grounded. You keep me happy. You are kind and patient and good to me in the times I deserve it the least. And that's why we're still here. We have a sign in our bedroom that says, I would choose you over and over. Right. And it is very true. I choose you over and over. And today, with all of these fabulous people, I am recommitting my life to you. I love you.
All of this is love from friends and family, you and me. And I just been thinking about what love is for us. And I love your cold feet in the night, in bed. I love how much you put up with me in the times that I'm struggling, and that you're my rock, that I can come to you in all those times and say, what do you think? What are we doing? Those kind of things. So I love that. I love how you make me feel about me and us. I love that you are an amazing mother to our kids, and how much I appreciate all you've done with that. I love you and everything you've ever done for us, and the things that we will continue to move on to, and continue to do these things. And I love that we're on this journey together, and I feel like not even halfway over. Like, we just started this, and here we are, and we're doing all the things we wanted to do with all the people that we wanted to be with. So I love all those things, and thank you for choosing me and all that. So thank you.
dancing in the dark, middle of the night, taking your heart and holding it tight. Emotional touch, touching my skin, and asking you to do what you've been doing all over again. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Don't think I can keep it all in. I just gotta let you know what it is that won't let me go. It's your love. It just does something to me. It sends a shock right through me. I can't get enough. And if you wonder about the spell I'm under, oh, it's your love. Better than I was, more than I am, and all of this happened by taking your hand. And who I am now is who I wanted to be. And now that we're together, I'm stronger than ever. I'm happy and free. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Don't think I can keep it all in. And if you ask me why I've changed, all I gotta do is say your sweet name. It's your love. It just does something to me. It sends a shock right through me. I can't.
I wanted to tell you a story. So we happen to be remodeling our closet right now. So we were going through a bunch of different old bins and whatnot. And I found our original toasting glasses and cake set from our wedding 25 years ago. So I brought these from home. So the ribbon is a little tattered.
Yep.
But these are our original glasses. It's pretty cool.
I don't have actually a whole thing to say, but I had a few thoughts pop into my head today, and thinking about the role model of parents that I have set for their marriage and what it means now in my marriage. And I think it's important that everybody knows that I did marry my father. And I think they've always told me that you either don't marry your father or you do. And I have, and I'm very grateful, but I'm grateful for the example that you two have set for my marriage and how that I portray love. And it's amazing how it's truly impacted me. So I think you think about how you love each other will impact each other, but it truly does impact your kids too. So it was gross seeing you guys make out growing up, and I was that friend who had parents making out in the kitchen, but
What did we always say?
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
They always said you're welcome.
Yep, you're
And I was always like, it's kind of gross, but it's not gross anymore because I get it. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Love you guys. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
All right, so it's circa 1996. I'm Shelby. This doesn't include you. I apologize.
No, I'm happy because last year it could have. So yeah,
Right.
good.
So Reagan. So I'm just getting into football, and as I start figuring out Christina, as I start trying to figure out what the best ways to get involved with football are, talking to my parents. Well, not talking. You don't talk to your parents at that point. You just kind of go with it. So, I figured out that Chad was going to 3 days during the summers and 2 days during the summer, and it was great. And that's freshman year, and then sophomore year, I break my butt and do 3 days and 2 days, and freshman year or sophomore year and junior year, and then senior year I get done, and we had this great year. Well, no, we didn't have a great year. We had a horrible year, similar to Chad's. I don't think we won a single game under Sosnowski for 8 years, which was crazy. But one of the things that came out was my parents are like, Chad didn't really do 3 days or 2 days every once in a while. Like, he didn't bust his ass quite as much. And I was like, I get it. Like, I may be screwing this story up a bit, but the end of the story was that regardless of what my interpretation was of my brother, or what he did, perception was reality for him, and what I perceived him as was almost a godlike figure in my life, and I still do and always will. And really whatever I aspire to be, Chad's kind of already gotten there, and it's a great thing to follow. Wow. So that's kind of it. So
wow, thank you. Cheers. Cheers. My goodness, thank you.
I don't usually speak much like this, but I thought I'd muster up the courage for this one. I just want to say that it's honestly a pleasure and a privilege to see what it's like to have parents like this that have stayed together and loved each other for all these years, and to see that kind of grow as I've been with them for my whole life. All these 18 years I've been alive, I've been seeing examples of what love should be like, that it's not always perfect. I see the ups and downs, I see the small fights, I see the clashes and the bashing of heads, but I also see the good sides. I see the love, I see the caring, and I see the cherishing that both of these people show for each other. So I just want to say it's a pleasure to see an example of what love should be, and how, especially a young person trying to figure out what love is right now, that it's honestly a pleasure that I can see that and have that experience and know what it's like.
Okay, so I've been friends with these guys since 9th grade. So a really long time. And I do have some really great role models in my life. My mom and dad will hit 50 years next year in terms of what it means to love each other. But I know not all of our little group of friends is all here, but we've all talked so many times about how Chad and Shelby have been the example of what it means to love each other and to take care of each other and to parent children. I've learned so much from you on what it means to be a wife, to be a mother, and thanks for doing it first.
So I think I'm the newest friend of Shelby's at 27 years. So picking a little is kind of hit and miss, and I hit the jackpot. I mean, she is my person, and through moves and separation and being pissed at her because she wouldn't actually respond, going, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." She's my person, and I just feel so blessed that not only is she my person, but I now have a little brother, and I did immediately. From food and adventure, Chad's like my person, and yeah, Shelby and Garrett are they're paired, and Chad and I are paired. So I just want to say that I love you both more than I can ever express, and I just thank God that He brought both of you into my life.
Great.
So, and 50 years, it better be just as incredible.
Okay, it turned off. My mom's good at that. All right, well, okay. I come from a family of 4, and I always thought that that family was too small. I wanted a bigger family. I wanted more. And clearly, I have it. This is my mom. This is my dad. That is my brother. That is my sister. They are my family. So thank you for giving me a bigger family who is just as close as blood, who I will remember, and who has been a part of my life as long as I've been alive. I love you, Mom, and I love you, Dad.
Thank you.